This is Adam Gorney, the National Recruiting Director for Rivals.com, here with 2024 defensive back Omillio Agard from Philadelphia St. Joseph's. As we kind of roll out the 2024 watch list here on Rivals, and Emilio, you're fresh off of a visit to Penn State for one of the best atmospheres, if not the best, in all of college football. For you, what did you see up there last night that really stood out so much?
It was amazing. They treated me like a commit, like to be up there with all the 22 commits and 23 commits. It was just amazing. The atmosphere was crazy and just like no other. It's my first ever college game that I went to as a recruit, and it was amazing. I love it.
Penn State, obviously one of the top schools for you, and the whiteout is definitely a special thing. But what's your relationship like with the coaches? How are they recruiting you so far, and where does that kind of stand for you?
So they've been recruiting me since last December, and it's been good ever since. Coach Terry M. Smith is my main recruiter, and he puts me on the phone with Coach Franklin every now and then, and I've talked to the whole coaching staff. And on my visit down there last summer, I talked to the whole coaching staff and met everybody. So they just treat me like family, and it's a good relationship.
For people that watch it on TV, and it's really an incredible environment. Being in that stadium, what's it like when the whiteout's going on and that game's being played?
It was it's amazing. Like I can't even put it into words. That's just the environment I see myself playing in a big game, big lights versus SEC versus the top competition. So it was just amazing. It's crazy, and you get headache every now and then because it was so loud.
Yeah. USC, LSU were going to be other schools that you're looking at. Clemson is going to be a school, but let's talk Ohio State here while we have some time. How have they been recruiting you? Obviously, another big time Big Ten school. How's that kind of been going on with the Buckeyes?
It's been great, Coach Matt Barnes. He's been on me ever since I can tell, and he loves my game. They haven't offered yet, but I'm waiting on an offer, and it's just a good relationship. And my two teammates are up there, so they just tell me like it's a great environment, and I took a
Yeah,
visit.
yeah,
So
yeah. The Buckeyes come into Philly for guys all the time, and you're next kind of on the list there. Getting out there for a game, how important is that for you? And what kind of dates are we looking at for that to possibly happen?
so I'm probably gonna look at next week because I have a bye week, but. I wanted to go to the Oregon game, but I had a game that day, so it didn't really work out. But I'm definitely gonna go see a game this year.
Yeah. Let's talk the other schools that, you're still very open. It's still very early. Let's talk Clemson, LSU, USC. How have they been recruiting you? What kind of piques your interest on those three schools, especially, Clemson, which is relatively close, but also kind of comes up into the area and gets some guys from time to time.
Yeah, Clemson has my former teammate Jeremiah Trotter, so it's just a great relationship. I talked to Coach Venables, and he's a great coach. So they just is a brotherhood like the prep. So I can see myself there.
What about LSU? A lot of people think DBU, obviously tremendous development at the defensive back positions. Is that really what's kind of drawing you to LSU a little bit?
Yeah, they were my second offers, so it was amazing to hear from Coach Corey Raymond, and he just preached to me about DBU and grades. So it's definitely a place I see myself in, that hostile environment in DBU, like people like Elias Ricks, Derek Stingley, and etc. So I can definitely see myself there.
And I remember this past summer you were out at the opening and kind of we chatted a little bit at the Elite 11, just kind of experiencing California, which is obviously a lot different. What draws you to USC? How's that kind of been going? And especially now you're going to have at least a little bit of time here to kind of get a feel for a new coaching staff there.
Yeah, I saw Coach D as an interim head coach there, so that's amazing because we have a good relationship too. It's like we're like friends. Like he just knows he just know how to talk, and it's a good relationship. Coach D is a great coach, and I Cali's kind of far, but when I was down there, Cali living is one of the best. So I definitely can see myself there also.
Right, right. Perfect. Again, this is 2024 defensive back Emilio Agard here with Adam Gorney for Rivals.com.